So I need someone to help me out with something. I just saw a video from a content creator who was talking about how Sony is going to be discontinuing physical media, and the basis of her whole video is that Sony is lying to you about discontinuing physical media. Her argument went like this: Sony is lying to you about discontinuing physical media because they've already discontinued it. And her theory is that if you go to Walmart right now and buy a game, bring it home and pop it in your PS5, it's going to require an internet connection to install the game. If the game is on the disc, why do you need an internet connection? It's a good question. And her whole theory is that the game itself is not actually on the disc. The disc is just a key for you to access your license to play the game. It's a very compelling argument, and I, for one, believe it. Now, someone who's a lot smarter than I am can feel free to correct that notion if I'm wrong, or if she's wrong. I'm open to hearing all sides of it, but that's not what this video is about. That just gave you some context for what I'm about to say. Towards the end of her video, she was talking about how this is going to negatively impact access to video games for low-income families. And I've heard other content creators talk about this too. What I'm about to tell you, or ask you, I'm saying as someone who meets the definition of a low-income family. My wife and I, we both work, but, you know, we meet that definition of a low-income family. That's just all there is to it. Tell me why we, as a low-income family, need, not want, need access to video games. Tell me why we, as a low-income family, are entitled to video games. Because I honestly don't get it. The only arguments I've heard from the side that says that, you know, low-income families need access to video games and this is going to inhibit their access, the only arguments I've heard are emotional arguments. Like one I remember hearing is you know, you're gonna cut off access to the single mom who's working 2 jobs, who wants the joy of seeing her kids open a video game console or open a disc for Christmas Day or their birthday or something like that. One of the many problems with our culture is that they have lost the plot when it comes to the difference between need and want, and they frame their wants as needs, and they believe that they are entitled to their wants in the same way that they are entitled to their needs. Let me tell you, as someone who is low income, I don't need video games. I love video games. I play Fallout stuff. My wife plays Skyrim. We don't need video games. Those are wants. Those are not needs. We need food, water, and shelter. We need food, water, and shelter. That's it. That's it. Everything else is a want. Now, we are blessed to also have many of our wants met in addition to our needs, but we have a very clear definition of what our needs are versus what our wants are. And I think that's the big problem with millennials and Gen Zers and all these kids coming up, is they think that, just because you want something, you're entitled to it. And those are people who never had a disciplined background. Those are people who were never raised in an atmosphere where they were taught the difference between need and want and appropriated that correctly. I don't know, man. Like, maybe I'm just an old guy ranting about all these young people, but I don't care, man. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Low-income families do not need video games. We just don't.